Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia. With me today, we got Brandon.
Hello.
And we got Nick.
Hello.
Joining us for a special episode. We're here to talk about games and things.
Games and things.
Yeah. Specifically, the best games of 2025 so far. That's kind of where we are. Yeah, thus far. It's kind of, we're halfway through the year, so usually like what we do for a kind of summer break is we'll take a pause and we'll take a look back at what's coming up and what's come out. So that's what we're doing. So you guys ready to get into it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm probably in the same boat as you. I really don't have a ton of stuff that's come out this year that I've been like, oh yeah, this is game of the year.
I feel like a lot of my things are going to be in the latter half of this year, only because like anything that's launched so far, I think just hasn't either been in my wheelhouse or just interest me in general.
Yeah.
Because like I know like Monster Hunter came out, and what's
Expedition
it?
33.
Well, don't you
play some Expedition 33, my friend.
What's the other one? Night Rain came out, like stuff like that. But there's a lot of things I think that are coming out like toward the end of this year that I'm more excited for. Like Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime. I mean, in 2 weeks, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunately for me anyway. This first 6 months has been kind of sparse, but also like not at the same time because. I mean, I've mostly been playing my like updated Switch games on Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and that's kind of where I'm probably very similar. And I would say, and we'll talk about it too. I guess I can just kind of launch off to it right now. So like obviously Mario Kart World was a big title this year.
Yes.
And I think I think my thought on it is that it obviously has very good production values. It is fun, but I don't think it's going to be like game of the year.
No, it's not in the discussion.
I'm gonna give you guys a freebie. It will not be in my list for this year.
I don't think it will either.
It won't be in my list, and not necessarily because it's a bad game, because it's not a bad game, but I think there's just so many other things coming out that I expect to bump it off. You know what I mean? Like Mario Kart won't be on my list just because, like I said, it's good. If I was making a list of the best soundtracks for this year, would probably be number one.
Oh yeah,
at least at this point.
It'd be 2.
Oh yeah, true. Because valid. But yeah, there's just so many other things coming out. But I mean, Mario Kart's good. Is that gonna be? You said that's gonna be on your list? You think, Mike? Or
I don't expect it to be high up on my list. My thought is probably just because I know how the lists usually go for the year, and especially considering we're already halfway through the year. I don't have a lot of stuff to shift it down the list at this point. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it will be because of the stuff that I know is coming out. I do not expect it to be, say, in like the top 5, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up falling somewhere on the bottom of my list just because it's like, hey, this game was good and I played it this year and it's not horrible enough to knock off the list. That's kind of where I foresee it going. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really have any necessarily issues with it. I've actually I unlocked mirror mode 2-3 weeks ago, and I've not touched the game for a single second since then. I was like done and just kind of walked away, and that was it. So really just not a lot to draw me back to it. And like I said, not really complain on the game itself. I just don't have really much reason to go back to it. It's just I don't know. It's missing something, and very likely it will get there eventually, but just
its current
in the
state, it's just
right
not
now.
as good as it could be. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, and kind of like we talked about last time Nick was on too. I mean, the game's at a huge disadvantage because especially coming from Mario Kart 8, which was just kind of like
I think they shot themselves in the foot with the recent update. Also, just saying.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
That's kind of bad, We haven't really talked about this on the podcast, but I already was kind of a little down on, and I think we also talked about this, Mike, not being able to have 3 lap races, that sort of deal. And most of the time having it be going from one place to another and only being able to spin 1 lap on individual courses and then do an intermission and then one lap on another course. Well, there was a way around that, and it was picking random, which more often than not, I believe it was about 70 to 75% of the time, would then give you 3-lap courses automatically if it got picked. There was an update recently which reverted that to being about 25% of the time it'll give you 3-lap courses if it gets picked. Thus, again, forcing intermissions.
Yeah, I agree. They probably need to do something to kind of separate them out a little bit better. I don't necessarily think what they did in terms of the random selection for that particular thing is incorrect, but I think they need to give people what they want. I think they made. I think for someone that's coming into it, I think they made the random button more accurate to what most people would expect. Like you expect if you pick random, it's probably going to give you a random from the course selection stuff that's there. But yeah, I agree. Most people want 3-lap courses. There's not really, because the other ones like the intermissions or whatever they want to call them, they're just really straightforward courses and they just don't really give you much to kind of do on. Like I don't know. I'm not necessarily dislike them. I do think that they can be enjoyable, but I don't think that they should be as prevalent as they
If
are.
I
even
wanted
though
to
they're
play
trying to show them.
intermissions, I would just play Knockout. And it's like as simple as that.
Exactly. I think that's another take.
Knockout is just a way better way of playing intermission courses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And especially too because they're all kind of strung right together. There's no like pulling you out of it in between, like, and you know exactly what you're getting into when you get into it. Whereas the other way, it's just kind of like, hey, whatever. You may not. You probably won't, but who knows? So yeah, I agree. I think they'll get there. I think it seems like they're trying to fix things up, but yeah, it's still too early to say for sure. So, but I agree. It also just really is not doing anything for anyone to want to incentivize them to come back to this game. So I think that's my 2 cents on Mario Kart. I do think that there seems to be some what's the word I'm looking for? Some hints that this will probably have some updates going forward, but until we know more, it's hard to say. So
yeah, I'm being honest, I kind of burned myself out on Mario Kart World. Like I enjoyed my time. I recognize that it's a good game, but there's nothing that makes me want to go back per se. If that makes any sense. Like it's just like I don't really care.
Yeah, and that's totally valid. I mean, it's Mario Kart. I think that's kind of that was kind of, I don't know, that was my complaint, at least when they announced it. It's kind of like the launch, like the de facto launch game. Like, it's Mario Kart. You're going to play it.
I feel like I could have went back to Mario Kart 8 all the time, though. And again, I know Mario Kart 8 lasted for a long time and whatnot. But, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a hook here as much as Mario Kart 8 had me hooked.
I don't think, at least in my recollection.
Like I'm looking forward to Donkey Kong right now. I have no reason to boot my Switch 2, at all. Honestly,
yeah, Donkey Kong's much more enjoyable seeming. At least something like that. But I was going to say, like, to be fair, I don't think I spent any more time with, say, Mario Kart 8 when it launched either. It kind of had the same issues, to some degree, in terms of like replayability. There's only so much you can do with so many tracks. And it's just kind of like once you get your cups, once you unlock the mode you want to do, unless you're going to do multiplayer, like it's really like there's not much reason to go back to it.
I did multiplayer with friends, like in Mario Kart World, and I was just like, this is fun, and we did it for like 5 days, and then we were like, I'm done, and that was basically it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think too, Mario Kart World, I think they tried to differentiate it more with like the free roam, but and it just kind of fell flat. There really just not much reason to.
There's not much to the free roam.
No,
like
exactly.
There isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part of the free roam is the knockout tour aspect of it. And then I hate that I can't play with both friends and randoms, which is still not an update that I got. But instead, we took away your 3-lap courses. Congrats, fucker.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. That's where I am on Mario Kart. So
someone actually said something that made me laugh. They said if Mario Kart World was on Steam after the last update, it would have gone to mostly negative for the review score.
Probably, honestly. Yeah, that's all I got for Mario Kart.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have any other stuff on Mario Kart.
No, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. I'll let you guys throw out titles. No.
Yeah, Nick, let's hear yours. I want to know what you've been playing. What you got on your brain for
I might
for
just
game.
start. What if I just start swinging? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, what if I
Yeah,
just
do it.
start heavy?
Yeah.
So far the one that's highest on my radar right now, highest on my loving it scale.
Did
Uh
33 people and a dog make it?
yeah, Expedition
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, they did.
What a fucking game, dude. What a game. Um
You haven't been here much. Did I tell you my story about that game?
no.
I played it on Game Pass. I really enjoyed it. And then I put in for one of those, you know how you always see those fucking things on Twitter that are like, follow me, share this, like
Mhm.
this, and you'll have a chance at winning a game of your choice. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, well, I was looking at none of those. One of these people was like, I really liked Expedition 33. Follow me, share this, like this, and you'll have a chance at winning Expedition 33. But he also said, but I don't want to draw names. Tell me the reason you should be able to play Expedition 33. And my Game Pass subscription just ran out. I was like, I really like this game and I would like to continue it. However, I was playing it on Game Pass and my subscription just ran out. Currently can't buy it, but I would really like to not have to be tied down to Game Pass to be allowed to play this masterpiece. And the guy sent me a DM like the next day and was like, hey, where do you want me to buy you this game at? I was like, wait, really? Bro
Oh hell yeah.
literally bought me it for PlayStation 5, and I have a copy of it on PS5 now.
That's awesome. I love that for you. I was not expecting to like this game as much as I do. But I think one of the things that surprised me the most is now, Brandon, you know specifically, I don't play Souls-like games. I don't play games with that kind of combat.
Parry system?
That well, sure, in a sense.
Okay.
But I mean more so with the full package. So like, yes, parrying and what's the other one? What's the other one besides parry?
Dodge rolls?
Yeah, stuff like that, and kind of getting your ass beat multiple times until you succeed. I have a lot of fun with that in this game.
This game is
I
much so that kind of formula put into a JRPG, but it's more of an FRPG, so you know.
For sure. So my thing is this game, I feel like even when I fail, it's not, for me personally, I feel like I'm not getting cheated. I'm like, I did something wrong. I 100% should have did this when I should have done that. And maybe it's just this game clicks better for me than those other games. But like, at least when I lose in these games, I know I can pinpoint and say, this is where I messed up.
I will say this, Nick, as a Souls aficionado, the Souls games that are made by FromSoft, they are designed specifically that way. Once you realize what the game wants from you. And so it probably just doesn't click for you, but I promise you, that's the way I feel about FromSoft Souls games all the time.
But no, I mean, my only gripe with Expedition 33 is that it doesn't have like a proper like mini-map system, which is kind of like annoying for like a JRPG, FRPG, whatever you want to call it.
I like that we're calling it an FRPG, and Mike's probably like, "The fuck are you talking?"
I mean, listen, everybody feels the need to make the distinction for Japanese-made RPGs. I'll do it for French. I'll do it for the French.
Yeah, the French can have their own version.
But no, as far as like combat, story, music, like this game is firing on all cylinders. And it's just it was a breakout hit for me anyway, personally. Because I mean, I remember seeing like when the game was first announced and the trailers for all that, and I was like, all right, it looks cool, but I wasn't sure what to expect from it. And honestly, once I saw all like the dodge parry kind of shit, and I was like, okay, are we just seeing that Sekiro and what's the monkey game that you liked a lot?
Why is my brain not working? Wukong.
Yeah, like Wukong. I'm like, are we just trying to eat those games as lunch because those games are popular? Like, I don't know.
So, yes, that is a very big problem with the industry right now. They are trying to just eat those games for lunch because they're popular, and then they fail to realize what made them popular. But this one doesn't. It realizes
I feel like this might be a hot take. I feel like this developer, which name escapes me, looked at games like the newer modern Final Fantasies, looked at games like Metaphor Refantasio, and said, "Hey,
Sandfall.
I see what you guys are trying to do. That shit sucks. Here's how you're supposed to do it." And it's so good because I mean, at least for Final Fantasy, one of my major gripes is how the active battle system is just trash. It's not good. It's not enjoyable. And there's a way to do it that it is enjoyable. It's in Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That is how you do that system. That is how you keep the player engaged in combat in a way that you're not just doing turn-based, like the monotony of turn-based.
Absolutely.
You're keeping me in the fight because I need to pay attention. I need to. In a way, this is a rhythm game too, because you have to hear for audio cues and like patterns in the enemy and things of that nature. So like this is great turn-based combat mixed with what good active combat could be.
Yeah,
because you're not just attack dot, or you know what I mean. Like it's you're actively staying engaged with the fight the entire time.
Exactly.
And you're planning your next move in terms of like if you know you use this spell that now for the next, or this ability rather, that like now okay for the next 3 turns they're more susceptible to fire damage, or you know things of that nature. So I think it's on a gameplay level alone is very, very good and very impressive as a first game from this studio.
Yes, and I think what's even more impressive, because I don't know how much you know about this studio. How much do you know about this studio?
I know a lot of it is ex-Ubisoft devs.
Most of these people were working with Ubisoft, and then they just quit because they wanted to make their own thing. And I think that really shows that it's not the developers at Ubisoft that's the problem. It's just the fucking company. Because when you have people that can make shit like Expedition 33 toiling away on the current Assassin's Creed or Far Cry, you are fucked. You are so fucked as a company when you have someone that can make something this good and you have them working on fucking slop garbage.
Yeah. So no, this game is incredible. So I mean, it is still on Game Pass, but
it
also
is.
I would definitely encourage people just to.
I would say support these devs.
Pay the money and support the devs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I wasn't. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, but
so we're both in agreement that this is the number 1 soundtrack for this year so far, right?
Oh yeah. Wait. So here's my problem: is I remembered how good the Mario soundtrack was, and then I remembered there's the one song. Oh man, it fucking, it's so good. I don't want to like.
For me, it's the entire soundtrack. It's just a league of its own.
You know the one song is like it starts like with the that one.
Well, absolutely, yes.
That song, great. Also, did you look into like the lore of that song?
No, I did not.
So that like that bow wow wow at the beginning is supposed to mimic the dog. That's like
okay.
Yeah, it sounds like what the fuck's the name of that song? Ah, it's so good. All right, here we go. I literally just typed in Claire Obscura bow wow. Oh, it's Monaco. Monaco's fucking it's so I'm listening to it right now. It is so good. Yeah, no, definitely by far and wide best soundtrack. There is not a game on the horizon that I think will bump this off of number 1 for me. And that's a heavy thing to say because, like I said, we have Donkey Kong coming out in a few weeks, and that's about to have a banger soundtrack. Metroid, I hope, has a banger soundtrack. You know, there's some games coming down the pipeline, and like this game is gonna clear it. And what's crazy about that is like the developer found the dude to make the OST on like SoundCloud. He was like some unknown dude on SoundCloud.
It was Bandcamp, I think, but yeah,
or one of the two. Oh, so good. Also, there was one fight in particular that made me giggle. It was a side boss. There was like it was like a trumpet man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I do. I can't remember what it's called though.
But yeah, he's a little trumpet man, and what's funny is whenever he hits you, he makes like trumpet sounds, and all it can make me think of when I'm fight. Like I laugh when I do this boss fight because all I can think about. Is that the one that
like put up the wall also? Like the time it played the trumpet. Yeah, I remember what you're saying. So
it makes me think of when Patrick gets hit with the trumpet in SpongeBob. And like he walks back in, make it like, and every footstep he makes like the trumpet sounds, and then when it's not a trumpet, it's like a what's the other one with the slide? trombone.
Yeah, trombone.
And like, and then he sits down. It's like, and like every time I'm fighting it, I'm like, I just think of that, and it makes me giggle. But
that actually does sound pretty funny now that I
yeah.
think about it.
But yeah, no, very good game.
Yeah. So I guess I'll talk about some game.
Sure.
Unless you have another one you would like to talk about right now, Nick. Do you have anything that comes to mind?
No, I mean, I'll feed off of you guys.
We'll
for now,
rotate.
but
We'll rotate in and
that
out.
was my big one. That is for sure my big one.
That's actually my big one as well. I do have a number 2 and number 3, but I'll just go straight with what my number 2 is, and it's Blueprints. Have you gotten to play that yet?
It is on my Xbox.
It's on Game Pass, and there's no excuse not to. It is very good. It's one of those games that is a puzzle game, and you don't really know what you're doing until you figure it out. And to say anything about the game itself would be to spoil it massively. So I can't really talk that much about it, but I can describe the way it works essentially, which is you're trying to find a specific room in a mansion that you've inherited. But what happens is you're mapping out the mansion, like you're drawing a map of it more or less, and you can only fill in so many squares, and every time you open a door to go into a new room, you're given 3 options of what room to make that be. So as you learn how to do things, you need to learn like the correct like establishing like area, like, you know, like north, south, east, and west for specific rooms to like build them in ways that you can get to certain areas and connect them together. But there's also the RNG element because it is a roguelike where you're repeating every single day after you go through the mansion as many times as you can, because you have a certain amount of steps you can go through. But you can do things that earn you more, and you can find this sort of thing that allows you to do it. And there's also like keys and stuff, and there's a bunch of backtracking. But when you backtrack also, that counts as taking steps. So you need to decide where you're going to place certain rooms so that you can get there faster to be able to solve puzzles, to give yourself permanent unlocks to make your way further through this mansion. It's a very inventive and interesting game that is really fun and has a lot of those oh shit like moments where like you realize what's going on. You're like, that's so fucking cool. I had so many of those moments in this game that I cannot recommend it enough. It is one of my 3 indie games that I will recommend the most for this year so far. So yeah, play Blueprints.
Sure, on my list. I'm so locked in with other games right now, but like I need to like pry myself away.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you the other 2 indie titles if you want me to go ahead and do that, since I'm talking about indie games real quick.
I guess you might as well.
I'm curious if either of them are also on my radar.
One of them's Repo. I've had a fucking blast playing Repo.
Oh
with friends.
yeah,
it's so much fun.
This year.
It's so much fun. It's really enjoyable. It's a very enjoyable party game to just chill with friends and have like a little spooky horror night that's very silly and fun. And the other one is Schedule 1, where you are
oh yeah
you're a drug dealer and you have to build your drug empire, and it's very fun. It's a lot of micromanaging and like growing the strands and finding the right people to sell to and whatnot, and mixing stuff so that people will buy your items for like a higher price, and like getting them addicted to it so that you could sell it for higher, and this, that, and the other. And it's just a blast. It's really fun. It's a really fun like management sim game, but it's also very silly. So it's not super like serious. It's like very tongue-in-cheekish, and I really like Schedule 1. Schedule 1 I lost like hours of my life in. So yeah, those are my 3 so far recommended indie titles, but there's just so many more that I haven't got around to being able to play yet, and there's so many more that are coming out.
There's one actually, so I think I mentioned this before, that me and my friends are doing what is called a video game fantasy bracket.
Okay.
And we're basically we had like an open draft. We drafted games, and then like the scores of the games come out, and whoever like has the most games with the highest scores basically wins. You
Okay.
get like points and shit like that.
Mhm.
There's a game on my radar that I want you to check out too, Brandon. Clover Pit.
Clover Pit, I have played the fuck out of the demo.
Okay,
It ain't
good.
out yet. It ain't out yet. I'm
you
waiting
know it's
for
not.
it. It's on my
It's
radar.
not, but
It
I
ain't
wanted to
out
make
yet.
sure. I need to make sure it was in your gray matter.
Oh, it is. It
Because
is
if
100.
not-
It is number 7 on my wish list on Steam.
Very good. Okay, I was just making sure.
I think I have a stream of me playing it for like 4 hours straight, just the demo somewhere. Because it was so much fun. I loved
Yeah.
Clover Pit.
Yeah, no,
I beat it and then got the special unlock that you'll get whenever the full game releases.
Very good.
So I'm waiting for that.
Very good.
Yeah, I would recommend that one if it was more than just a demo that I played so far, but it's not yet. So
Gotcha.
yeah, but that game is incredible. Highly recommend that game. It's very fun. I mean, I think I recommend that game. It's not out yet.
I mean, you can play the demo and then it comes out
That's true.
at some point. So
At some point, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a release date for that one, sadly.
I don't believe so. I
I've
think
been
it's just-
following the dev for a bit though on Twitter. He's very fun, or they're very fun. I don't know what their gender is, but they're very fun. Their stuff's really good. So,
Okay.
Man, now I just want to play Clover Pit again. Son of a bitch. There's a few on my list, Nick, that I haven't gotten to check out yet, but I've heard incredible things about. So maybe you've heard something. Look Outside. Have you heard anything about that?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Psycho Patrol R. Have you heard anything about that?
No.
Okay. I've only played the demo of this one, but it's actually incredible. If you've not played it, White Knuckle.
Oh my god.
What?
This is, I mean, for sure up your alley.
Which one are you looking at?
Psycho Patrol R.
Oh yeah, it's the same person that made
When I see, don't take this the wrong way, I'll see like ugly indie games and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know who wants this.
This is the Cruelty Squad dev. This is the
Oh,
Cruelty
yeah.
Squad dev. So it's the spiritual successor to Cruelty Squad
I already found a character that I like.
in Psycho Patrol R.
Yeah, hold on.
Nice.
I'll post it in the chat. I like this guy. I like the cut of his jib.
I did too.
Yeah, I like him.
Check out
I'll
White
know who
Knuckle.
he is.
White Knuckle
Okay.
is fucking cool.
Gotcha.
So I played the demo of White Knuckle. It is a horror game where you are constantly climbing up in like an industrial complex trying to escape and figuring out what's going on in it. Very, very cool.
Gotcha.
Cool game. I again have not bought that one, but that one I played the demo, and you get a lot to play in the demo. Like a good 2 hours worth. It's a decent chunk of time there. So yeah, that's what I have for indie games so far that have come out. I mean,
Okay.
Hotel Barcelona is also really good. I played that one. That one was really cool, and that one's Suda51 and Swery. So
Oh yeah, that was the one you were talking about with
Yeah.
the jacket or whatever.
yeah, that one's cool. Yeah, that's it for those. I'm gonna step away from indie games. We'll talk about like other AAA games once we move back to Mike and Nick, and then come back to me. So go.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only other things I have to mention are not that exciting. It's really just kind of updated stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles X, the deluxe edition or whatever they called it. I don't even remember. But obviously, I spent a lot of time in that this year. For people who didn't get to play it on the Wii U, it's a nice re-release. It looks really nice on the Switch. So
Mhm.
that's very recommended. And the other thing would be Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 edition, which I just finished up this week. So that looks and plays great, runs really smoothly. I do think it's an excellent game, but obviously it's not anything new or surprising. But I would say, yeah, those are kind of my only other kind of like notable releases of this year. Things that could end up on my list, but kind of the same thing with Mario Kart. Like I don't see them. They're not holding like a top spot, but they could show up on the list somewhere. But
I see.
yeah, that's it. Like I said, I really have not. I don't know. Do I have any other like big stuff so far this year? Not really.
I think
For me,
we
it's been kind of slow.
I think after that we'll move on to games that we haven't got around to yet, but we might put on our list. I think we should do that.
There's a lot more I'm excited for on that list,
yeah,
too.
yeah, same.
Because
same.
there are some games that have come out that I haven't played yet.
Yes.
But like I played demos of like the 100 Line. I played that demo.
The what?
So it's made by the guy who made the Nonary games and
Oh,
this guy.
this game.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
yes. It is basically tactics. Not this guy, Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. It's tactics. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
Yeah, I see that.
And I played the demo, and the demo is good.
Okay. Okay.
But when they say 100 line, there's 100 different endings to that game.
Oh my god.
Not like full-fledged 100 different endings to that game.
Oh my god.
It is on my list to play just because I like the people involved in that. I like, and like I said, the demo is good. So, I also want to play Split Fiction, which I haven't gotten around to doing yet.
Split Fiction is on my list. I have to set aside a time to play with my friend for that one. But that is a game I already know I'm going to enjoy because I mean, it's the It Takes Two dev. It's the A Way Out dev. They make absolute bangers every time. So, you know what I didn't like as much as I thought I would, that I think I'll just throw in here? Doom: The Dark Ages.
I you know what's crazy? That game came out and
then
then it just kind of fell off, I guess.
Yeah, it really just disappeared from like existence as soon as it came out.
I feel like a lot of the problem with the game is it feels so disconnected from the other two in tone and gameplay and in the world, even though it does obviously connect straight into the other games, but it just doesn't, I don't know, man, it doesn't flow as well, in my opinion.
I personally wasn't very interested in playing it, only because, like, I don't know, for me, like, the appeal of Doom is, like, the kind of future, like, dark future setting of it, and, like, the fast-paced gunplay. Yeah. And this game, I know, like, at least from a gameplay standpoint, you're more of, like, a tank than you are, like, an Apache helicopter. Like, it's a very, like... In terms of pace,
sort of.
It's a much slower paced game compared to like Doom and even Doom Eternal.
And I love Doom Eternal after playing through it. I played through 2016 and Eternal in the same week, and then got ready for the new Dark Ages game. And I only played Dark Ages for like 6 hours, and I was like, "This is not like it's."
I think almost like it's definitely. I don't think it's a bad game. I haven't played it, but I don't think it's a bad game just from like the outside looking in. But
it's mediocre, and I think that's worse.
I think it has the unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that it had to follow up those two games.
Yeah,
I think that it's just the fact that we had Peak, and then it's not. This isn't that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like an expectation thing. I don't know what it is because it means.
Oh, I expected so much from it, and got so little.
Because I felt like Doom 2016, at least when that was out, I felt like that was kind of like this is the bar now for FPS games. Like this is like we are ripping it with this. Like this is what we should be doing with that.
Doom 2016 and the Wolfenstein remakes were like the pinnacle of FPS games.
And then Eternal came out, and I was like, okay, this is fine. I mean, it's not better, but it's not worse. It's more of good. And then
I think Eternal, my second playthrough of Eternal, made me realize Eternal is better, like way better. It was really interesting to have that kind of shift in perspective. I felt like 2016 compared to Eternal was way slower.
Yeah.
But then after playing 2016 Eternal and Dark Ages, I feel like Dark Ages is even slower than 2016 was. So it's like
okay. Yeah, and then that's what I mean. Like that's my point, is I feel like, at least for me, the fun of the newer Doom games is just how fast paced they are.
Yes.
And then you put out a game, they're like, all right, you're not moving fast, you're more of like a tank, you're not like bouncing off of walls anymore. I'm like, all right, I guess maybe I think the reason I was going to play it was because it was on Game Pass, and then I didn't even bother downloading it. So
I did, and it's just, I mean, like everything from like the music selection to like the world to like just the gameplay, it just didn't hook me as much as the other two did, like at all.
Yeah.
And I know the music, I think the music is the worst part of the new game. Like it's not I mean, it's not. It's not as good
No.
as our boy Mick Gordon, and it shows. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll talk about some other games that I think could be good that are like super on my list. Since we were talking about games we haven't played yet, but are out. I'll say I really want to play Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the game looks really fun, and I've seen a lot of stuff about it, and I think that would be like maybe like a slide right in there at 10th place or something if I really get hooked on it. I don't know though. I really want to play Dynasty Warriors Origins because I think that game looks fucking great. And yeah, other than that, nothing. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. I have been constantly for a week seeing nothing but absolute peak like GIFs and videos that look so fucking awesome.
Oh, the game
Death
peak?
Stranding 2.
Death Stranding. Ooh, man.
I'm going back through Death Stranding, and then I really want to get Death Stranding 2 because I really think Death Stranding 2 looks like what I wanted from Death Stranding 1. It looks awesome. I've seen people fucking doing ollies off of fucking a gravestone. I've seen
I've seen Norman Reedus and the puppet in
a sauna.
a sauna
Yeah.
singing some random song. I've seen Norman Reedus and the new character that Troy Baker voices having a fight on the top of a mountain, but like shredding guitars at each other.
Yes. I've seen that too. Yeah.
The game looks bonkers, and I want to play it. It's just I can't buy it right now and dedicate the time that it needs.
I can't get it right now. The one thing that I think like grabbed me the most from what I've been seeing is that there is a character who is quite literally Snake in this.
Yes.
And it feels like this is Kojima's way of being like, all right, we're done with that guy now.
Yeah, we're done. No, I really want to play it, but I'm gonna have to wait. But yeah, I have been seeing videos and whatnot popping up, and I'm like, ooh, this looks really, really good. I don't know if anybody in my friend group has even played it either. I don't think anybody's picked it up, but also like not a lot of people in my friend group picked up and played through Death Stranding 1 like I did.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through 1 right now, like all the way through the special like edition version or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it more this time. I guess I'm just in a different headspace for it this time. So.
I think a lot of updates came out for it too, and from what I understand, so did you play it when it first launched?
Yeah, I played it day 1.
So from what I understand, if you play it now, like you know how when you beat the game, you got into like the community aspect of it where people were like making infrastructure and roads and shit like that.
So before I beat the game, about halfway through the game, I was already seeing those elements in the game as well.
So I think the fact that I think it's been out for a while now.
A lot more people have adopted making infrastructures for it, and I noticed that going through it, and it does feel like a sense of community in the game in a way.
Sure.
And I kind of dig that aspect of it, but it's still a lot harder to get into because it does feel like a lot of busy work for the most part. Whereas I'm seeing all this other cool shit in Death Stranding 2, and I'm like, that doesn't even look like the same fucking game. You know?
No, it's definitely different in like good ways.
Fucking Pecora and
the fact that Pecora's in it is wild, but also
no, the fact that they got Norman Reedus to say her sign-off phrase. I'm not kidding. In the game, I've literally seen videos of him doing it. The Pecora fan like chant that they have and everything. I've seen him doing that with a Pecora hat on, and I'm just like, wow! Like my man literally did this for the love of the game. Kojima's like, and this is my favorite VTuber now, and she will be everywhere.
Listen, man, he's not a bad one. So
yeah. So I need to pivot because without you being here, Nick, I don't think I'll ever be able to have this conversation again. So I need to have this conversation.
Am I dying tomorrow?
Yeah, no. I have a special love for the Hot Shots golf games.
Yes.
And there is a new one coming out this year
Yes, there is. Is it everybody's golf?
Everybody's got off hot shots because they
Yeah.
can't use the hot shots title. I need to give you some information, and then we need to sit down and have a little miniature debate in the middle of this episode because it's the easiest way to extend it.
Yeah.
The developer describes how this game uses AI-generated content like this. Some game textures were created using generative AI with the supervision and revision by the developers themselves. Details of the generative AI usage can be found below. Developers revised the tree, foliage, and leaf textures using AI-generated images. What are your thoughts on this?
It's AI, so it's stupid, and I hate it. And they need to stop being lazy and just make fucking tree branches.
I do agree with that aspect, but is this enough to make you be like, I'm not buying this game now?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
For a
So
golf game?
I will say for a golf, that's why like you can't just like I don't know. My thing is it's not so much to I could sit here and talk a lot about why I hate AI, but I think
me
one of
too.
the main reasons why, even if you took out all of the theft and data scraping that AI does to come up with what it comes up with, it still doesn't take away that AI in general, Grok, Gemini, Apple AI, whatever,
Any of them
uses an intangible amount of resources, real natural resources to work.
True.
And I think it's crazy that your job at the game dev they're like, here, Brandon, your job today is to make leaf texture, and you're like, fuck, I've never seen a leaf before in my life.
Let's grab some pictures of leaves from
Let me go and chat
Grok.
GPT real quick and be like, hello, robot man, you've never seen the light of day. The sun has never beamed on your skin. Could you generate one leaf for me, please? Oh, thank you. I'll add a couple more stems here. Blur the color here. Oh, cool. Good to go. You know what I mean? Like, it's if anything, that pisses me off more. That they're using it for such a frivolous task instead of like, I'd respect the game more if they're like, hey, we put these prompts in the chat GP to make this golf man. Yeah. And this is the character that's spit out. I'd respect that more.
I think I'd respect that a lot less. I'm not going to see the grass as much. I'm still buying it. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's Hot Shots Golf. I'm not going to be zooming in and licking the floor to see the grass textures. So it's really not going to bother me as much. And that's where I stand on this. But I get, and I completely understand, and even in some cases completely agree with what you're saying. But I think for once something got me that's AI and made me be like, it's really not a super big deal, at least for my gameplay side of things. From a gameplay aspect,
that you have this take now, because when I suggested that they use AI for this before, you're like, no, fuck that, I will never buy these kind of games.
That's why I had to have this conversation right now. That's why I'm having it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you turned your tail pretty quickly.
No. Let me finish. When
no longer game of the year. This is Brandon Eats Crow.
No, I mean really, because this is not. I think Brandon, or maybe I am, underselling like the kind of discussion that we had on this, because
we had a very big discussion.
And Brandon was very adamant that he would not buy anything like this. But as soon as
hold on
that he likes does this, then it's okay, and it's totally acceptable.
I'm not.
You are. That's
giving it a pass.
So I'm gonna say, I want to say this, and I don't know if this is gonna help or hurt Brandon, but I want to let you know something. Is that if it came out that Nintendo was like, "Hey, gang, to shorten the dev time of Metroid Prime 4, we use the AI Think Box to make very small little things," I would not buy it. There's 3 other Metroid Prime games that I can play.
That's pretty.
I feel very strongly about it not being used. I would never condemn you for it, Brandon, because it is.
No, I understand. I would
never. Yeah, but I have a
moral I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is. quandary. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Conundrum.
Conundrum. I don't know. It's like
Those all work.
from point of view, like my think is I'm not literally zooming directly into the grass. I'm not literally looking right at the
But
grass.
I think that makes it worse because that's like okay. So that's like for like a racing game. They're like, hey guys, we use generative AI to make 2D people in the crowd. Like, if it's such a small thing,
yeah,
phone it in. Just phone.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather you phone it in. I'd rather this brand new game come out with just smudged green. You know what I mean? Like if that's
You know what? That's
if,
fair.
if
That's
it's such
fair.
a small textural detail,
Mhm.
I don't care. I'll maybe I'll zoom in and I'll giggle. You'll get a giggle out of me because that's something that I like. I love, at least in like older games, because you
Yeah.
can't see it as much. I feel like in new games, but in older games, like Fallout 3 was big for this, where like if you were walking in an area that was open enough, you could kind of see like the texture square like repeat, and like, haha, that's funny. But like, I feel like if it's something that's so small and so like inconspicuous in terms of like this is a golf game, like the graphics on the golfer, the general fairway should look good. It should run good, that kind of thing. But if you're like, hey, you're playing this golf game and we used AI on this, like, just phone it in. Just fuck it. I don't care if you looked outside your window and took a picture of a tree and then put like the comic book filter on it.
That'd be really fucking funny.
I don't care. If anything, it might fit into the quirkiness of the game.
Kind of. And, you know, they already did announce Pac-Man.
But I think, I think that's my issue is that it's like it's not even something like big. It's something so small.
Yeah.
That I'm like, why didn't you just like? I feel like if you gave me Blender in like 45 minutes, I could bang that out.
Yeah, I think we both could.
So let me ask you guys a question then, kind of in this.
Yeah.
So, in terms of video games now, like a lot of them will use techniques that, I mean, really kind of, in some degree, or some forms of AI, I would describe it as. Like if you're doing, say, procedural generation. Do you think that is a deal breaker in the same way?
I think procedural generation can be a deal breaker depending on how it's implemented. I think some games that use procedural generation just aren't good because they don't do it in a way where it feels organic and it just feels like a bunch of shit is thrown at a board. There's some other games where the procedural generation is looked over by people and they do make like a general plot, but then from point A to point B, that's all procedurally generated. But once you get to point B, then you're going to have another procedural generated thing happen. But at the in-betweens, but the point B spot and the point A spot are always going to be linear. And I think when it's done that way, it's okay. But like when it's not, it's very jarring.
I think there needs to be like a delineation between what AI you're talking about. Because like AI like ChatGPT, like Grok, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like AI, like the artificial intelligence that's programmed into a game, like most of your procedural generation is like the developer programmed this pool of things into the game, and then the game's the engine can pull from it and then make these things. Totally different from using an AI to scrub the internet for pictures and then create new pictures that are Frankenstein together of actual people's works. And then like AI in the sense of like a computer, an AI in a game learning how you play and reacting to that in real time. I think there's no delineation between those two types of AI yet because it's not the same. So like I'm cool with it if it's like it's baked into the engine and it's strictly there for like the game to react to you, or it's pulling from this pool of developed things that it was told it can pull from, like inside the game. But once you're using it to like make images or write your story or things of that nature, I think that's when it kind of becomes a problem for me personally.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Kind of what you're saying there. I see that's my biggest problem because I really want this.
Yeah,
and I do feel the same way that you are saying, 100%. But
there,
yeah,
I think I think all three of us should understand that there is a clear difference between
I think there's levels to this.
there's a difference between generative AI and then
Mhm.
just like machine learning type AI, I guess is how you
Oh
would
yeah, there's definitely tons
Oh,
of
yeah.
describe that.
degrees to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when you're talking stuff like procedural generation, like you could do procedural generation for say plants as well, and kind of the same
Yeah.
thing. And I think that's kind of one of the things that you kind of have to wonder about gray area. It's like, okay, so they're saying that they're using AI for this.
It says specifically on the page, it's generative AI images.
Yeah, so generative AI versus procedurally generated. I know that I feel like I'm splitting hairs, but like one, like I said, pulls from a pool of things that it's allowed to kind of make things. So like, I guess Borderlands might be a good explanation of that. Like when you have like all these millions of trillions of guns that they advertise, it's
I know
like
what you mean.
the game is just making like different variations of things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
Something
like
No Man's Sky
yeah,
also uses procedural generation.
Procedural generation.
yeah, it's like
No Man's
it's
Sky.
like all right, the game's like it's looking for this texture, this biome, whatever, and just kind of goes from there. Or like I guess Minecraft too, like with the seeds, like it's just kind of like you put
Terraria,
enough ingredients
like that.
in. Yeah, you put enough ingredients in, and then you can make this. Whereas everybody's golf hot shots is they went on the internet and were like, "Hey, smart computer thing, do this for me," and then it was
What
like,
does
okay.
a leaf look like? Can you show me the texture for a tree?
Yeah. So yeah, that's my thing, but I don't know.
We literally derailed this completely, so
We did.
but we needed
All
to.
right,
I saw this and yeah.
So let's get back to stuff that we're looking forward to the rest of this year.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead, Mike?
That's fair. I know you guys will talk about Metroid, so I will not.
Yeah.
I will talk about something different. Let's see. What other stuff am I excited for this year? Because I am excited for a lot. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
definitely
this
coming
year.
out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love a good Hyrule Warriors game, and it will be nice to have it on the Switch running pretty smooth. So
Yeah.
Especially after just getting through Tears of the Kingdom. So it'll be nice to kind of see how that all connects through. Supposedly this is, I don't know, they said this last time and that kind of fucked them around, but supposedly this one's supposed to be canon in terms of story stuff.
Oh yeah?
So that's what they say. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
They kind of started out with that last time, and then there was all the time travel shenanigans, and then so it was kind of like, sure, it can be canon in a different timeline that doesn't exist anywhere else. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll see what they end up doing with this, but obviously it seems like they are planning on doing a lot of interesting stuff with this, and especially kind of bringing them back to the past. I think it's interesting. Also, I think that Age of Calamity, I think, at least in terms of not the Hyrule, kind of the Dynasty Warriors spinoff games that I've played, I think was actually probably one of the more inventive ones. I thought it incorporated the stuff from Breath of the Wild very well, and kind of did an interesting take on that. Without it was definitely kind of a Dynasty Warriors game, but also a Breath of the Wild game, which I think was pretty unique. And it really didn't sacrifice too much to do that. I feel like sometimes when you have some of the more complex stuff like the Fire Emblem Warriors games, like it meets the job, but it just doesn't. It kind of strays, I think, a little too far from that formula sometimes. Whereas I think this does a pretty good job. So I'm definitely really excited for that. It looks really fun. And we don't know when it's coming out, so my guess is probably November. That's what I'm going to say, or I'll peg it right now. We'll see how it goes.
I got one for October.
Yeah.
Silent Hill F.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Game looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what do you think about Silent Hill F? What is your thoughts on
it? Definitely looks after that recent like gameplay trailer and everything was shown off. It definitely looks a bit more interesting. I know my partner is going to want to play it, so we'll probably end up getting it.
We already had the conversation about who's writing it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I feel like that alone makes me want to play it.
I think it's going to be a bit of an underdog. If that's the correct word to use. I think it's going to be. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to come out and not many people are going to pay attention to it, and then like at least like regular people. But then I think like reviewers and stuff will say praises of it. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think it will. I think it'll get overlooked though completely, like you're saying.
Yeah, which I mean, I feel like that's. You might disagree with me. I feel like it's valid that it's going to be overlooked completely at least at launch. Just because it's Konami and people I feel like don't trust Konami.
So I feel like I would agree with you if we didn't just have Silent Hill 2 remake, which was awesome.
Yes.
And people
think-
have like kind of come to be like, oh wait, maybe Konami's good again. And also there might be another reason why it won't get overlooked, and that's because of what comes out in a few weeks. Snake Eater remake.
Yes. For sure.
So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Delta comes out in like a little over a month, I guess.
Yes.
And it looks really good from what I've seen. And with some of the like stuff we've seen that has been showing up lately, it also looks like it might be reintroducing Metal Gear Online. And I'm really hoping that this is actually just good, and they're not just good at making me think it looks good.
For sure. I think this will be the true test.
Yeah,
I think if this comes out and it's not
if
good,
this comes out, yeah, and it's not good, then they're fucked.
for sure. But I think it's okay to be cautiously optimistic with Silent Hill F.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because of Konami and just I don't know. I feel like they still need to earn. They've done a good job earning back some trust, but I think they haven't quite conquered that hill yet. But I think they're well on their way to do so.
I gotta think. There's a few other Konami games that I've seen recently that I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
I think they already announced too that they're redoing Silent Hill 1, right, with the Bloober team.
Yes. I'm very excited for that. And then obviously we'll eventually get the sequel to Silent Hill 1. So
yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Like I said, it'll probably end up being in this house, if not for me, but for my partner.
Stadium's already decided we're buying it. So
yeah.
There you go.
It's their particular flavor of horror that they enjoy, the psychological horror type
I
stuff.
love psychological horror also. Just psychological in general. Metroid Prime 4. That's my still most look forward to game.
Yeah, I mean Prime 4 definitely. I mean we got the last information we got was from the Treehouse, right?
Yes.
Maybe we got anything new since then.
I don't think there's been anything else.
I mean it looks good. I feel like we're gonna have. I think that we're gonna just have a direct announced for it on the Nintendo Today app at some point. Like we could wake up tomorrow and it could be.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean,
really, by the time that this episode comes out, there's a possibility that we might already
have a release date already. Yeah,
for sure. I need to see
keeping the
more.
trend going. But there is a rumor that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct this week, so it's possible.
Yeah, I saw the leaked what would be in the Direct, and I was like, well, this is fucking fake.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of the stuff that's been in like the leaks, like, oh yeah, like that seems totally fake.
Oh yeah,
like,
I believe that.
Pikmin 4 is getting a Switch 2 upgrade, which
I've heard about that.
It's a logical title, but there's that. I've heard new Animal Crossing. Yeah.
I was reading one of the leaks and I was like, okay, some of this is alright, I could buy it, and then I got to the end and I was like, nope, this is completely fake, because the end was like, a Mother 3 remake using the claymation that was done for the original ads for Mother 3, and I was like, nope, that's never happening.
Yeah, that's not
I mean, it would be cool, but yeah, not happening. I mean, really, honestly, at this point, like, let's be realistic. If Nintendo's doing a Direct, say, like this month, all they're going to do is they are going to lock in the release dates for the rest of the stuff coming out this year. Maybe put one more title into the rest of this year, and that's it. Like, they'll probably do, like they usually do, like a September Direct to kind of finish up the end of the year stuff, and do early next year.
Kirby Air Ride, as of right now, is confirmed this year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's two big games that we don't have release dates for yet: Metroid Prime 4 and
Correct.
Kirby Air Ride.
Yeah, Metroid Prime, Kirby Air Ride.
Do we even have one for Pokemon?
Pokemon does.
ZA?
October.
Okay.
Pokemon's October. So Pokemon ZA is October. When is Zelda? The
not dated. It's this year, but
we
it's
have
not
no date.
dated.
I feel like that'll be November. I have a strong feeling that Prime 4 is a late August, early September release.
It's out for August, not happening anymore because they put the basketball game and Kirby are there, so that month is locked out for them. So September would be my guess.
You don't think? Okay, I get because we got the Kirby DLC coming out, and then we got the other the lifeless basketball game coming out.
It is so rare for them to do 2 big releases in 1 month. So I could not see them putting like an actual game where they already have 2 things that they're advertising. So September's completely devoid of anything though, and I do feel like in the past, I want to say Metroid Prime 3 launched at like the end of August before, or at least some other Metroid games have launched in that time frame. Like it seems like it's a window they like to put Metroid. So that's kind of where I expect.
I'm gonna stamp because Nintendo games come out on Fridays typically, right?
Thursdays now. Thursdays.
I'm gonna stamp. Yeah. Oh no, not that date.
9/11.
Nope. Definitely not that date. I'm gonna say September 18th for Prime 4.
That seems like a good day.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be the release date.
I'm just gonna say 9/11 because it's funny.
I was looking at I was like, let me look at the Thursdays for September. I was like, the 4th. Yeah, what? Brendan, remember the last time they tried to release a game on 9/11? It didn't work. I was like, whoop, nope, we're gonna breeze right past that one.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's there. I feel like there's one more game though, but I can't even think of what it is. If there is one more. Those are the big ones.
I think those are the ones because like you said, the Kirby update comes out next month. Donkey Kong is this month.
Yeah, Mario Party is also this month.
Mario Party is also this month.
The basketball game's next month. So and then nothing for September. October's Pokemon, and that's gonna probably sit by itself. Nothing for November, which I kind of, there's a lot of rumors floating around recently, and the one I do kind of think that it's actually probably legitimate. I think they will do something for Mario this year. I don't think it will be something big. Like I don't think it will be a new title. I think it will be a port or something. I
think we'll get a Switch 2 update for Odyssey. Honestly, I think that'll be
different than the one that we already got.
Did we get an update for it?
Yeah. The Odyssey was one of the ones that got a Switch 2 graphics patch.
I didn't even realize it did.
I think
it's got game share or game whatever they call that, game share update for 2-player through Game Chat Online. I want to say too.
Switch 2 update from Mario All Stars, a game no one can even buy anymore.
I got 2 copies.
I could see them re-releasing that and adding Galaxy on there, like Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
My thinking is I think they'll probably revisit Galaxy 2, kind of with this and release it. It makes a lot more sense because
the rumor that I saw was Sunshine 2, and I don't believe that for half a second.
No, there's 0% chance they're gonna do a full.
Here's what I think it is.
No build up.
I think this will be the actual thing. I think it'll just be Sunshine for NSO is going to be the Mario thing for this year, and like that'll be it.
I think they'd release more than one game. Mm-hmm. I think they'd release more than one Mario game for this year.
I think if they're going to try to make it like something special, I think that they'll do, like I said, I think Galaxy's kind of the one big one that's been kind of missing, or maybe they'll do like another Mario All Stars with like new Super Mario Bros. Games.
I got one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mario Paint remake using the mouse controls of the Switch 2.
I could see them doing that, but I also could see them just releasing that on NSO too, as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that'd be cool and be something really weird out of left field that Nintendo would be like, I'm doing that. Honestly, they have the mouse controls option right now. They got to find a big title to make it stick. That'd be a pretty good one.
Definitely one that would get attention. I think the other thing, non-video game related that I think they'll do with Mario, well, it's kind of pseudo-video game related, but I do think they'll do like a proper like soundtrack for Mario Kart World, because that just seems like it just screams like Mario's 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll get something little for it. Not something that they'll kind of stick out for the holiday season, kind of like Mario All Stars. But If you remember, Mario All Stars had a really fast kind of turnaround from announcement to release. Like I think it was like weeks, not even months.
I think you're right.
It was kind of a stealth announcement in September, and I think that's kind of what they'll do with this one too. It's kind of like, hey, here's something fun for you, just to kind of acknowledge that Mario's 40th anniversary is this year. But I don't think, like I said, I do not expect anything. Like we're definitely not getting a full-fledged Mario platformer. No. Maybe like a Mario spin-off if they're feeling like that, but I honestly think it will probably just be like, yeah, here's Galaxy 2. You didn't get it in the All-Stars thing. And motion controls work a lot better on the Switch too, and now we don't have to deal with the Switch Lite, so everyone can play this. So here you go, enjoy.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Galaxy with mouse controls? Nice.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it in one of our episodes, but I don't think it was while Nick was here, but I do think that they'll use mouse controls as kind of a workaround for a lot of the Wii stuff too.
Yeah, I think you'll see that with Prime 3 if they bring Prime 3 to the because I think as weird as it's gonna sound, I think Prime 2 will come to NSO, and then Prime 3 they'll have to make like an actual newer version of. Yeah,
I know it's kind of disjointed, but I do think that they'll probably do something like that. I agree.
I think 2 and 3 will come out at the same time, and they'll just be like kind of like Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades are that aren't like paid upgrades. They're just like, you know, the ones where it's like, we just shit it out. Here's a up res. Here's a 60 FPS mode or whatever. I think they'll do something like that for Prime 2 and 3. They won't make a big deal out of it, and then that's when they'll announce Prime 4's date alongside that sort of thing. That's what I think.
Yeah, but I do think that I mean, really, with Donkey Kong coming out in 2 weeks, we're going to have these answers very shortly. So
yeah, because after Donkey Kong, there's really nothing.
Donkey Kong. Has anyone else already bought it?
Yeah, I have the game pre-ordered, and then my partner pre-ordered the amiibo for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I have both things pre-ordered as well. So
I just bought the game. Well, I'm waiting for the money to be taken out of my account because they don't take it out till the 10th.
So I'll be playing that game on release not this Friday, but next Friday.
Same.
So I'm very excited for that one. That one's been that's probably like my most anticipated game to play right now that like I know I'm gonna be getting.
Yeah, looking forward to in the near future.
For sure.
Limitless Arise is my most anticipated game besides Metroid Prime 4.
Prime 4.
Fantastic game.
I'm gonna pre-order Prime 4 as soon as I can. But I guess I'm trying to think what else I'm excited for the rest of the year. I
mean, Pokemon I'm stupid excited for.
Yeah, Pokemon I'm excited for. ZA, I love Legends Arceus. That was a banger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And now we got Pokemon Fight Club.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. Mm-hmm.
Let me read some to you, because I can do this now, even though I have the power gone, because I can just pull up the app. You can hear me right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do this. So I'm going to go to my wish list, because I think it'd be easier just to go down my wish list and tell you the things that I'm most excited for that aren't, that I already have a little thing mapped out. So here we go. So I have, Luminous Arise, which was shown recently in the PlayStation Direct, Silent Hill F, Everybody's Golf, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Clover Pit, and Hotel Barcelona as like my games that are releasing this year that I'm interested in. So there's that. Stunt Boost is also one, and Skate Story. Skate Story looks really good. It was reminding me a lot of oh damn it! Why can't I think of the name of that game? Shit! It's a rhythm game. No, it's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm game.
Ribbon?
No. It's one where like you fly through on like Akira bikes, and it's like very purple and blue, and like
idea.
No. We played this. Hold on. I gotta remember this game. It's like very highly rated. I'm not going until I figure this out. Give me a second. I own this game, so I know I can find it if I look hard enough. I can find it right away if I can pull up my computer, but I can't. What is the name of your fucking game? Nick, I feel like we were both very high on this game, too, when it came out. Like, thinking that it was really good.
What game?
I don't know the name. It's bothering me. So I remember that it's like a love story, and there's like Akira bikes at one point in time, and like it gives you like these little mini games, and the mini games are all music based with like you know, you gotta like dodge certain things or whatever. You're like flying through the sky collecting hearts and shit. Fuck, I wish I could remember the name of this game. It's so good. Sayonara Wild Hearts. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. That game. Why did I bring that up? Because now my brain's not remembering why I brought that up.
Were you talking about something that made?
Oh, Skate Story. Skate Story looks like it's going to be like Sayonara Wild Hearts. Skate Story is a horror skating game, Nick, where you skate through hell. It's an indie title releasing this year that my friend played back right before COVID happened at MagFest. So it's been a game that's been in the works for a very long time, and it comes out this year. That game, I'm super excited.
I also played it at MagFest.
You did?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about then?
Yeah, I played Skate Story.
Okay. Yeah, that game. I'm super excited for that. That's it. That's my list. Those are my games.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Monster Hunter Wilds is really good, but also I can't put it on a list because it is practically unplayable in its current state. So I can't put it on the list.
That's fair. Anything else? Going once?
No.
No.
Okay. All right, we'll wrap up then. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us tonight. Don't forget to find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. If you want all of our old episodes, they're on game-crunch.com. What else I got in there? Oh, if you want to send us an email, gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hi.
Any final thoughts?
Someone's alarm go off? What the hell was that? No, that's my alarm. Oh my god. No, I got no final thoughts. We're good.
Okay. Nick.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, that's it. My name is Mike Anastasia. Find me online on Clash of Pang with Air or on your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Game.
In the night, the screens are glowing, voices whisper, stories flowing. Game of the year, who shall win? Let the guessing games begin. Tensions rise as votes are counting, anticipation all surmounted. Players' dreams on the line, let the reason steep incline. Oh, can you see it? The crown's within your reach. Oh, will you be it? The one they'll talk and preach. Game of the year. The prize is almost here. Game of the year. This moment crystal clear. Behind the scenes, the arguments, streams of data, evidence, critics' marks, score by score, who will stand and roar? Every click, every tap, the weight of every map, hopes and fears entwined as they watch the time. Whispers fill the air around, who will wear the golden crown? Excitement at its peak, with each game critique. Oh, can you see it? The crown's within your reach. Oh, will you be it? The one they'll talk and preach. Game of the year. The prize is almost here. Game of the year. This moment crystal clear. Behind the scenes, the arguments, streams of data, evidence, critics' marks, score by score, who will stand and roar? Roar. In the night, the screens are glowing, voices whisper, stories flowing. Game of the year, who shall win? Let the guessing games begin. Game of the year. This moment crystal clear. Behind the scenes, the Streams of data, evidence, critics' marks, score by score, who will stand and roar?
For these plants and things.
It specifically says AI
says what?
Did he die?
That-
Did he get swooped up?
I guess so. It wasn't just me.
No, I didn't. He kind of was like, "Whoop." Brandon, are you there?
He's probably still ranting. Yeah, no, Brandon's deceased.